and to share that with others. Barbanel knew the secret of mediumship, and that secret was, with the cooperation of guides who could produce, along with trust, we know that the stage for success was set. Barbanel witnessed materialization as well, and he noted that the famed Louise model could produce fantastically. She held one seance a year. One. One was enough. She did use a cabinet. She did sit in red light. And because of the thought of those days, she insisted that she be tied to a chair. Then we move along to 1945, when we find the famed medium Helen Duncan, who was sentenced to 9 months in prison because of her mediumship. She was tried under the Witchcraft Act of 1735 because of her materialization demonstrations. Barbanel espoused that man is a spirit in a body, not a body with a spirit. He espoused that man has a birthright, and that birthright includes spiritual destiny. He told that the God of spiritualism is not a deified man, is not a tribal deity, is not anthropomorphic. He also told us that man was united with God and could not be separated from him, for his union was eternal. He told us that man possesses the powers of the infinite spirit, and as Jesus told us, we can do likewise. He told us that man makes his happiness or mars his destiny by his choices. He creates his own heaven and hell. Barbanel pointed the way to what he called spiritualism. He offered knowledge that was backed by proofs. He delivered people from the ignorance of superstitions. And he shows that there is no way that we could fear death knowing what we know by the proofs of spiritualism. So as Maurice Barbanel said back then, this is spiritualism. But now, my friends, we're in 2009. And my inclination is to ask, what is 21st century spiritualism? Why the question? I guess because one, I'm a researcher, one, I'm a maverick, one, I'm an Aquarian, and one, I want progress. And I have been accused of being the Warren Chase of this century. You know, Warren built the first church of spiritualism in Sturgis, Michigan in 1853. But what he's most noted for is the quote, "Tell it like it is." And Marilyn follows suit. So today we're going to talk about spiritualism as it is. In 1893, an umbrella organization was formed that was named the National Spiritual Association. Today, we are part of the remnants of that organization. From the period 1925 to 1930, there was a lot of disgruntled people. There was a lot of anger. There was a lot of years of people who were unprepared for change. We changed very seriously from the spiritualists of the free thinkers to the spiritualists boxed in their box. These people who had been part of the umbrella counted in the millions. Judge Edmund said there was between 5 and 6 million spiritualists at that time. But then, the powers to be decided not to ask, but demand that everyone give up their thoughts of Jesus, give up their thoughts of reincarnation, give up their thoughts of the Bible, give up some of their Christian teachings, and even asked some to deny their own race. And so the organization split into many splinters. That split has never been healed. And today we hear again, many are asking the question, who are these spiritualists? Well, we need to change that. We need to present a unified standing. We need to eliminate the misunderstanding that is going on throughout the world. In this century, a rapidly hurling fire at us in full age of Aquarius, we need to practice a oneness. We need to share love. We need to become more understanding. And we need to be transparent. What is this spiritualism of the 21st century? We need to demonstrate to the world that we're a unified body, that mediumship has and still does function in daylight. We do not need darkness. Seances are done in red light, where everyone can see what is transpiring. We need to provide healing for the masses. Man today, more than ever before, is searching for peace in his soul. And in his heart, he wants to see unity. Let us not be afraid to expose the frauds who enter our midst and enter our cherished religion only for the almighty dollar. Let us say who they are. Let us not be afraid to run our organization like a business. Let us allow mediumship to take its place. And let us allow the membership to have their part in it. Even the President of the United States only has 2 terms. Let's bind the ego that kills. We are not here for a select few. We are here for the multitudes. This is the type of spiritualism that Maurice Barmanel talked about so many years ago. And it carries the same today. It's still a science, even though we do little of the investigating and analyzing and classifying. It still is a philosophy. It continues to study the laws of nature on the seen and the unseen of life. It still is a religion because it continues to strive to understand and comply with the physical, mental, and spiritual laws of nature. It has the undeniable mediumship that it always has had. The unique healers, unifying the unseen, unifying with the unseen to heal the body, mind, and spirit. It removes the fear of death, and it has taught man that he has, and that he is the soul, encased in a physical body. It has taught us personal responsibility. We say it all the time. We make our own happiness, and on we go. We teach the spark of divinity is within all. Spiritualism has brought comfort to the bereaved. It has brought to the surface humankind's spiritual gift. And in our declaration of understanding that we are free to modify as we grow in spirit and truth, it has given the world what no other religion has, proof of the continuity of life. However, were I to follow the dictates of my heart, after reading Why Christianity Must Change or Die by Sponge, it is my inclination that it's now time for us to recognize our failures and to offer solutions. Yes, maybe you didn't know it, but we're not perfect. We have, as a body, allowed our not stepping out of the cloak of the 19th and 20th century and have not moved forward with the times. We have not allowed ourselves to accept change and to move in a progressive pattern. We have not considered that others may just be right And we might be wrong. We have not allowed ourselves to move in tune with the infinite, nor in tune with mankind. We have not recognized the visionaries among us. We have failed to recognize that others are capable of doing the job. And we've failed to realize why we must unite. You know, friends, Christianity has been around for eons.